Hello, I'm Guardian, and this is a how-to video on how to change custom maps, how to change to single-player maps, and how to build a map rotation using your console. It's pretty simple. It's pretty similar to how you build a map rotation in your configuration for the server, but this is using the console for admin. So the first thing you do is you make sure you press your little wavy button. That will bring up your console. And okay, so I'll just explain. First off, how to change a basic map is you type in AD underscore map space DM slash MOH and then DM1 for Southern France. Oh, I didn't put an M in there, did I? That wouldn't work, would it? And then you press enter. And you can tell it's changing because there will be a little box waving at the bottom. So now we're on Southern France. So let's go back over again what we typed to get to that. That's a stock map. AD underscore map DM slash MOH DM. Okay, so now let's say you want to do a custom map. Okay, so you wouldn't type it just like that. You would do it like that. You don't type in your MOH, DM, and the number. You type in AD underscore map DM slash. Okay, so first off, first map, I will go with a hard map to type. So you type in P A P Y S underscore CAST LE underscore WAR underscore FINAL, and then you press enter, and you can tell it's changing because of the little green box at the bottom. And there we are, Pappy's Castle War Final. Okay, so that's how you change to a custom map. Keep in mind, each custom map has its own unique name that you have to type. This one is how you type in for this map. And this is a hard one because look at all the underscores in it. If you miss one letter, one underscore, the server will crash. Well, on individual maps, I think it just probably wouldn't change the map. But on a map rotation, it would crash. So let's to be more specific, map rotation crashes. This one just probably wouldn't work. So let's test that theory. Let's say you forgot the L. Notice how it's not changing? And it won't change. So just to give you an idea, giving a better description, I'll go with a different map to give you a better understanding of it. STALGRAD -2. Now, see, I just realized I made a mistake because it didn't change. See? only one G. Now I'll try it. See, now it's changing. One simple little thing like that can change your whole map routine there. It could be either successful or it could be negative. So, one letter, one space, one symbol determines if the map works or not. Now, in this case, it's a single map change. That will just make it not work. But now we're going to go into, actually we're going to go to single player. And then we will go to how to build a map rotation. And I will give you more information on that after that point. Okay, so single players. You don't type in DM/MOH DM number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. You type in AD_map, and then you let's go with lighting the torch. M1L3C. M1L3C. Take a look at that. M1L3C looks like it's a line between the 1 and the 3. But that's not a line, that's an L. A lowercase L. And you type it AD_map M1L3C for lighting the torch. So now we will type in, or we will press enter. And it is changing. And there we go. Lighting the torch. Okay, so now we've covered no mistakes. Be very, very careful about what you type. Because if you miss a letter, a space, anything, map change won't work. And in a map rotation, if you make a mistake, server crashes. So be very cautious about that. So now we will go back to southern France. Okay, so now we're on southern France. Now we've gone over map change, or how to change a custom map, how to change a stock map, how to change a single player map. Now we will go into a custom map rotation. So you type in, assuming you're logged in, and to log in you type AD_login space your name space your password, and then you press enter and you're logged in. It will say you are authorized as an admin. Okay, so now let's assume you've already done all that, which I have. You will type in AD_archon space set space SV underscore map list space. You press enter. You will press the quotation mark on the left side of your enter button. You will use your arrow down, or your arrow button. You will put your cursor arrow in right between the two quotation marks. You can even put a space there. Okay, now you have, the reason I put the second quotation mark is because you need one at the beginning and one at the end of your map rotation. Without that, no map rotation. So the next step is you need your maps. So you will type in DM/PAPYS underscore CASTLE underscore WAR underscore final FINAL. Okay, there's your first map. Now, that's just one, so that's not a map rotation. Space DM slash EVENING space. Now that's a map rotation because you have two maps. Now keep in mind that you want only 16 or 17 maps, no more than 17. And if you really wanted to be careful, you go with 15, because if you go with too many maps, the server, basically the map will stick on the first map. So in this case, the first map is Pappy's Castle War Final. Now, it'll change the map, but it will change it back to that same map every single time. So you don't want that. So if that happens, let's say you set a map rotation and and it's a stock map rotation, and you go to map, it starts on map 1, and then when the map changes, it goes to map 1 again. And then the next time, map number 1, and then map number 1, and then map number 1. Well, that's because you have too many maps in your rotation, and it's not working. If it crashes, that means you've typed something wrong. Either you've missed a space, a symbol like an underscore or a slash, or you got a letter wrong somewhere in one of your maps. And it's very frustrating because it just takes one. So what happens hypothetically is this, or actually factual. Let's say you have 7 maps and you screwed up in one of them. And let's say number 6 map is messed up. So you'll play 1 through 5 perfectly. When it gets to 6, when it gets to the one that's messed up, number 6, it crashes. So that's why you've got to be very careful. Every letter, every space, every symbol has to be correct. When you make a map rotation, you make sure you have your list of your maps that you're putting into it, and you go over that list. Did you type it right? Did you add your spaces? Did you add your symbols? Is it the maps in the order you want them? Because that all means something when it gets to that particular map in the rotation. Okay? So now we understand that. So the next step is I can build a further map rotation here, but I think you got the idea. You go DM, or you go AD Archon set SV underscore map list quotation mark, and then you do a DM slash Pappy's underscore castle underscore war underscore final, and then you put a space, DM slash evening, then you put a space, and then you go DM slash, and then you go with the next map. And you do that for 15, 16, and maybe 17 maps. And then when you're all done with that, make sure you don't leave no extra maps on there. Make sure it just looks just like that, only it has more maps. And you press enter. Then you got yourself a map rotation. Now, the question is, did you do it right? Now, you can, if you got the time, and nobody else is in the server, which no one's in the server right now, but I don't have the time for this video. You can do a AD underscore time limit 1, and each map will come up every 1 minute. in your map rotation. So if you've got the time, you can test your map's rotation, whether it be a configuration rotation or a console rotation, by doing that, by doing AD underscore time limit 1, oops, space 1, press enter. And so it's changing the map because of the fact that we were on it for more than 1 minute. So when I changed it to 1 minute, it automatically just changed the map. So we'll take that off, and we are going to the first one, which is Pappy's Castle. And in 52 seconds from now, it will change to the next rotation one, which was evening, which is the only other one in there. So it won't take long to go through this map rotation. If you only have 2 maps, it'll take 2 minutes to try out your map rotation. If you've got 15 maps at 60 seconds a map, it will take 15 minutes of nobody being in the server for you to test your map rotation. If it doesn't crash, your map you've typed it right, and you're good to go. So then you just go into your console, type AD underscore time limit 15, press enter, you're good. That's how I do it. I'm not perfect. I just do my best, trial and error, learn from my mistakes, and try to make sure it doesn't happen again. And if it does, try harder next time. Okay, and see, there's evening. Not every map picture changes correctly or has the proper name on it, so it's kind of a little hard on that one. But this is basically the same map that you seen in the map rotation evening. So in 30 seconds, it should go back to the first one again. "17 seconds. "8 seconds. Since we were already on that map, we know it's going to work. But if you were just testing them, you have to make sure you're paying attention. You can't be doing paperwork or whatever. You'll miss the map that failed, and that's kind of difficult because you got to start all over again. Okay, since there was 2 maps, we went from castle, Happy's Castle, to evening, to back to castle. So what we're going to do is we're going back to southern France for now, and then we will have to change their time limit to 15. And see, look at that, 15 again. Okay, so the next thing, which is, this video is getting already too long, but let's see what we discussed here. How to change the custom map, how to change a single player map, how to build a map rotation. That's pretty much what I wanted to discuss with you. If you have any other questions, email me. I can try to make another video or be more clear on any particular point. But keep in mind that when you're building a map rotation in your configuration or in your console, each letter, each symbol, each space has got to be right, or you will crash your server, or our server. So keep that in mind, and I will send a map list to the admin. Alright? Good luck. Hope this helps. Thank you.